I don't want to go into the back end story that led to the utterances in Genesis chapter 49. Genesis chapter 49, you will notice that Jacob, he was actually a prophet, but he never entered into his prophetic ministry until he had an encounter with that angel that fought him to the break of day. The angel paralyzed his human strength. He dislocated this bone so that when he came out after that battle, he could no longer use his natural strength to manipulate. Are you there? So the only strength he had was the strength that God will give him. That was when he entered into his ordination. If you read in the book of Genesis chapter 49, where we are reading now, are you there? You will realize that there was no mention of the fact that the guy used the staff, even though he was limping. It was in the New Testament, when Jacob was spoken about, that was when his staff was mentioned, that he left that place limping. But originally, there was no mention of that staff in the book of Genesis. What that means is that he was leaning on something, but he didn't have the strength in himself to manipulate again, to cheat again, to supplant again. He was leaning on God. God was his staff. It was on that staff that he leaned on when those utterances he was speaking were not prophecies. You are not with me. He was speaking from the ordination of a patriarch. You will notice that the first person he addressed under that anointing was Reuben. Reuben